In today's video, we are going to talk about star compatibility for success in business. I call it star compatibility for success in business, star or destiny compatibility for success in business. And you understand very well that for something to work well, there has to be a level of compatibility. You must be compatible with somebody you're working with for you to produce results. Now, compatibility in terms of diligence, creativity, and other areas are very important for you to produce results. Now, when I mention the word star, most people think it's astrology. It's not wrong. It's wrong. It's not astrology. When I say star, I mean destiny. Everybody has a star. Especially Christians, when you mention the word star, they think it's astrology. No, Jesus had a star. And Jesus is our Savior. He had a star. And by looking at the star, they knew who he was. They knew his destiny. Everybody has a star. And your star speaks who you are. And your star speaks about your destiny. Now, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Cleophas Wanyama Cleo with you. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're watching me for the first time. And if you want to donate, use the information at the description box or at the comment section, which I've pinned below. Now, let's go right into it. Star compatibility now. In the area of business or in the place of work, people, when people announce for job vacancy, they call in people and they do interviews. And in the interview, there's some things which they check. So after they have shortlisted the candidates, they continue to do more interviews until they get the best candidate which suits that position. It's very important to go through that process because they need somebody who's qualified. Otherwise, if you pick anybody, it will be a disaster. It will cost your business a lot because you need somebody who's qualified for the job. Now, in the realm of the spirit, there are people who carry destinies which can do specific work. There's some people who carry, I can call it grace, an unusual grace to do things. There's some people that may not get the formal training to do something, but they have that grace, that anointing to get the job done. This is why you find that companies like Google or Facebook, they don't employ people based on their merits or papers or academic papers. They employ people based on their output and what they can do. Because they know you can have the papers and still be incompetent. You can just go to school and pass, but you are just incompetent. But there are people, they may not have that formal education, but they have the grace because that thing is wired into their system. That thing is in their star, is in their destiny. Now, it is can I surprise people like Elon Musk, people like Mark Zuckerberg, people like Bill Gates. Those people, they graduated after their success. They made money. They found their place. They found their destiny. They fulfilled their purpose even before they became graduates. Why? Because that thing is wired into your system. It is wired. You come with it. Your star is that blessing which God gives you. You come with it. You are born with it into this world. Now, in the Bible tells us that when Joseph was sold as a slave, he went to work at Potiphar's house. And Potiphar noticed something unusual. He noticed that from the time he employed Joseph, his business started to grow. He made a lot of profit, and he saw a potential in Joseph. And Egyptians were people who were good in astrology. They could know many things. So Potiphar realized that it was the star of Joseph which was making him prosper. He made Joseph in charge of his entire household. Why? Because wherever Joseph did, everything he did, he prospered. Everything Joseph did, he prospered. Why? Because it was the star of Joseph which was bringing success to Potiphar. There are some people who are employed into certain companies. You don't know, but it is your star which is making that company prosper. It is your star. It is your star which God put inside you, which is making that business to grow, but you are not aware of it. You are just paid the salary, but you don't know behind closed doors. The people know that it is your destiny which is bringing them business. The same case applies to Jacob and Laban. Laban knew that God was blessing him because of Jacob, and he made he took advantage of Jacob until Jacob decided to go. So this shows that there are some people which carried unusual grace for prosperity. Listen, failure or success is largely determined on the company which you keep. Show me your friends and tell you who you are. There are some people who prosper not because they are good, but because of the company which they keep. But there are some people who fail not because they are bad, but because of the company they keep. Lot walked with Abraham. The Bible said that when Lot walked with Abraham, Lot also was blessed. Lot was not blessed because he's a good man. No, Lot was blessed because he walked with Abraham. There was a blessing. There was a blessing upon the life of Abraham from God. So when Lot walked with Abraham, also Lot benefited from the blessings of Abraham. So it's important. That's why we need to know star compatibility for success in your business. Now, I talked in my previous videos, I talked about the life patterns. There are 7 life patterns put down by scripture in Genesis chapter 1. I usually tell us that God could have created the earth in just a second. God could have just snapped his finger and everything could have appeared. But now God took 6 days to create the earth. God was creating a pattern. God was laying down a pattern of events, of how events would follow. Now these are the patterns which dictates, these patterns of Genesis chapter 1, they dictate the destiny of nations, they dictate destiny of individuals, they dictate even the happenings. By interpreting these life patterns, you can even know who is the next president of the nation. You can know who has an advantage over who by looking at the life patterns. Now, this is not, when you do that, you are not practicing astrology. Astrology is whereby you come up with life pattern using the zodiac signs. But here you are interpreting Bible patterns laid down by God himself. So it's very important. We know that life follows pattern. There is nothing new under the sun. Everything follows a pattern. Now, if even I can give an example. In most of the companies which you go to apply and you send your resume, what they do, and they have let me tell you something which you don't know. Most companies have spiritual banking. Most companies have spiritual banking. You just assume, you think that because a company is prosperous, it's because they're good in business, they're good in planning. Yes, it's true. There is a part for that. That also plays a major part. But most businesses have security, have secured their places in the realm of the spirit. Most businesses have altars, spiritual altars, be it witchcraft or from God, which backs them up. This is one thing they will never tell you in public. This is one thing they'll never share with you. But everything in this world, for it to be sustainable, it must have a spiritual backing. It has to have an altar which speaks for it. Now, most of the employers, when you send the IDs, your resume, you have the date of your birth there. They take them to their altars, and the spirit will select which is the best person for the job, and they select based on the destinies which people carry. It's very important for you to know. So this is why I have experienced, there are so many people who are working in places whereby their destinies are the ones which are used to bring wealth in such places. And you find that you are employed and your employer mistreats you, the employer does not pay you well, and in one way or another, you cannot resign from that job. Why? Because this is how they have put your life in bondage. They have taken your star. They are using your star in that business to grow that business, as I've showed you in the area of Joseph and Potiphar, and Jacob and Laban. Now, how do you, let me show you how people know if you're a businessman and you want to employ somebody in your institution. If you're a Christian businessman, I want to show you the Bible way how to know which person to put in your business. And it's very important. It will help you grow your business. You produce extraordinary results. You will produce results which cannot be challenged. I'm going to show you. Number one, people who are born on Sunday. I've done in my previous videos, I've done the life patterns of people who are born on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, up to Sunday. Go and check my previous video. Now, if somebody is born on a Sunday, that person is a pioneer. That person is a beginner. Now, if a business is looking to start a new branch, this is the person to send. This person has a grace to start new things. He has the grace to start new projects. Not everybody can start things. Not everybody can initiate projects. So it's very much known that if you're a business, if you're a business person and you are interviewing people for a position to start a new branch, maybe in another city, you look for somebody who was born on a Sunday. People who are born on a Sunday are pioneers. Why? Because that's the day where God began creating the earth. Those people are pioneers. They can initiate new projects. Not everybody can begin new projects. Okay, number two, if you're looking for somebody, if you're looking for people who are great planners, people who can plan, people who can do marketing, people who have great communication skills, you look for people who are born on a Monday. People who are born on a Monday have great communication skills. They can be good PR. They can be good in the PR department. They can be good in the marketing department. They can be good in product campaign. They are good in communication. They can be good strategists. They can even be engineers. Elon Musk was born on a Monday. Mark Zuckerberg was born on a Monday. They are good in social media. Now, if you're looking for somebody to do things with the media, somebody who's to do something with communication, if you're looking for somebody who can strategize, a good strategist, somebody who can plan things well, get somebody who's born on a Monday. Because on a Monday is where God separated the waters and the waters. And there was a vacuum in between. That vacuum was God had created a place. God had laid out a plan on where He was going to put the earth. Now, this find that on a Monday is when God created the atmospheric kingdom. The atmosphere is where the airwaves are. The internet, telecommunication, we all use airwaves, the atmospheric kingdom. So this is why you find that people who are born on a Monday, there's something to do with the communication. As you know that airwaves have something to do with communication, internet, social media, telephone lines, and everything. So if you're looking for someone to do PR, marketing, campaigns in your business, great planners, strategists, people who are born on a Monday, they can produce extraordinary results. Even if they have not studied that course, if you put them there, they'll produce the results which will shock you. Why? Because that thing is wired in the system. They have that grace. They carry that grace with them. Now, if you're looking for if you're a business, if you're a business owner, and you're looking for somebody who to bring stability in your business, somebody to establish a business. No, now we say that somebody born on a Sunday is a pioneer. You can send that person to start new projects, to start new branches. But now somebody can start something, but to establish it is a different thing. It's one thing to start, and it's another thing to run something, and it's another thing to finish it. Now, if you want to bring establishment in your business, in any area, go for somebody who was born on a Tuesday. People born on a Tuesday have the grace to bring stability and establishment. If your company is shaking, if the department is shaking, if the department of a company is shaking, go for somebody who was born on a Tuesday, because God on Tuesday, God made the waters to dry to become solid ground, which we walk on. It is on the ground where buildings are being built. Why? Because the ground is stable, the ground is firm, the ground is established, the ground is strong. If you're looking for a strong leader to help your business grow, if you're looking for somebody who will bring stability into your business, stability in sales, stability in many things, look for somebody who was born on a Tuesday. That person can bring stability in your business. Now, the next one, the fourth one. Now, people born on Wednesday carry influence. They are very influential. They have that grace to attract fame and influence. People born on Tuesday, the gate of visibility is so strong in their lives. So in many companies, they will employ people who are born on a Wednesday. I mean, if I say Tuesday, sorry, I mean Wednesday. People born on a Wednesday, they have a strong, influence upon their life and fame. Now, if you employ somebody who born on a Wednesday in your company, depending on the department you want to put that person, people born on Wednesday have a grace, have the star of influence. They can pull people to you. Now, these are the people who can make you visible. These are the people who can make you be heard. These are the people who can make your products be known. These are the people who can make your brand be known, because Wednesday has something to do with the influence. In the book of Genesis, God created the sun, the moon, and the stars on Wednesday, and God commanded them to rule the day, to rule the night. And we know that the sun, the moon, and the stars have a great influence over us. Right now, during the day, the sun is always up, and everybody who's living on the face of the earth sees the sun. Why? Because God told the sun to rule the day. The sun has influence. And everybody in any part of the world, when you wake up in the morning, you have to see the sun. The sun has influence over everybody. If the sun decides to emit poisonous substances, it could destroy the entire universe. Why? Because even other planets still revolve around the sun. That's how powerful the sun is. So the sun is used for influence. People who are born on Wednesday have influence. And I'm not saying this, I'm not trying to insinuate that we worship the sun. We don't worship the sun. We don't worship heavenly bodies. We worship Yeshua HaMashiach. So please, I need to clarify this so that there be no confusion, because people tend to confuse, to misinterpret what sometimes I'm saying. Now, people born on Wednesday have influence. Now, if you're born on a Wednesday and you don't have influence, something is wrong. If I've mentioned these traits and they're not in you, something is wrong with your destiny. Something was taken away from you. Something was taken away from your destiny. This is why you are the way you are. But people born on Wednesday have a great influence. I know companies which use people for influence, for fame. You know that when that person is in that company, it makes the business visible. It increases the level of visibility of that brand, of that company, or of that business. People born on Wednesday. Now, people born on Thursday, if you're a business person and you want to go global, people born Thursday have the grace of going global or going international. So if you want to start now, there's a difference of starting a new branch in your country, and there is a difference when starting a new branch outside the country. Now, if you are thinking of starting another branch outside the country globally, people born on Thursday have a grace of international, have grace of going global. Why? Because this is where God created the birds and the sea creatures, and we know that it's from the birds where mankind got inspiration to create aeroplanes. It's from the sea where man got inspiration to create ship vessels. And we know that the maritime industry and the aviation industry are mostly used for international trade. So people born on Thursday have the grace to go global, have the grace of being an international person, being an expatriate. They do well internationally, international relations, and so on and so forth. So people born on a Thursday, if you are thinking of sending people abroad outside the country to grow your business, to grow your brand, use people who are born on a Thursday. They produce extraordinary results. I'm not saying that you cannot use other people. Other people can also work. They can also produce results. But the people who carry this grace, you will know the difference. You'll be able to distinguish the difference. Something is because there's something unusual which is upon their lives, which is called their star, their destiny, which which is God given. Yeah. Let me just take you off a little bit. I remember the story of Ben Cousins. One day he was interviewed. He said that sometimes when he is in the operating room, everything which he learned from school doesn't seem to work. It reaches a point whereby you don't know what to do. But he said that somehow something just in him tells him, do this and do this. The moment he does it, the operation becomes successful. That's how he managed to become a great surgeon. Not because he studied. Yes, there's a place of education, but there is something more. There is something which is wired in his system. There's something which has been wired. God has all wired us with great potential. This is what I'm talking about. Now, if you want to send people internationally for, these people born on Thursday can be pilots, can be people work with the aviation, with the maritime, shipping, clearing and forwarding, anything to do with global trade. These people can do well. Anything to do with global. Now, if you have a business and you have a foreign department of, let's say, foreign trade, whereby you do trade with the people outside the country, these are the person you put, people born on a Thursday. Now, on Friday, people born on Friday. Now, people born on Friday, these people are very productive. If you want somebody who is very productive, and in most cases, these people can be CEOs. Get me clearly. People who are born on Monday, Tuesday, and other days, they can also be good CEOs. They can definitely be good CEOs. But the person born on Friday, there's something unique in him. This person born on Friday has the grace of multiplication. This person can multiply, growth. There's a growth in him. He has that grace to grow. And another thing is that this person has the level of creativity in him is very high. If you look at somebody, people with high level of creativity, also they are found in people who are born on Friday. Now, if you're in a company, people born on Friday are very productive. If you want, if you have a department which is not productive, which is lagging behind, put somebody born on a Friday there, you will see extraordinary results. Because God told man when he created man on a Friday to be fruitful and multiply. They have the grace of multiplication. They have the grace of being fruitful. They are very productive. They can never let you down. And they can also be good managers. Now, this is the for somebody born on Friday. Now, people born on Saturday. Now, if you're a business person and you have people who are born on Saturday, people born on Saturday, they can work anywhere. This one thing, people born on Saturday are very unique. They can, all this from Monday to Friday, they can operate in all these areas in a certain dimension. People born on Friday, they can operate in a level of somebody born on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even Sunday. They can. Yeah, because Friday is the day where God, Saturday is the day where God rested. Saturday is the day where God rested. And where God had completed his work. So it's a time of, it was the day of fulfillment. So in Friday, there's fulfillment. So that means everything which happened from Sunday to Friday, you can find it on Saturday. Why? Because it represents fulfillment. So people who are born on a Saturday, they are multi-talented, they are multi-gifted, they can almost do anything. They are not limited. This is what especially people who are born on Saturday. If you have somebody born on Saturday, you can put them anywhere. As long as they learn the job, they'll be able to produce results. So guys, I hope I've helped you to understand, if you're a business owner, how star compatibility can affect your business or your career in one way or another. So I hope you have gotten it well. Yeah, this is purely biblical, Bible-based teaching. It has nothing to do with astrology. This is the knowledge God is bringing to the church to help the church to grow stronger, because the opposition against the things of God has increased. So the level of which the anointing which the church should operate in has to double. When the enemy comes in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord lifts up a standard against it. Now God is lifting up a standard through this kind of knowledge. which will help us become stronger into the things of God. So, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Cleophas Wanyama Rhythm. I hope you're blessed and see you in the next video.